All right. Yeah, we're all right. Cool. We're live. What's going on, champs? Hope you guys doing well. Apologies for that. I was having a little bit of an issue with my camera. I can't put my camera up. I don't know what's going on. For some reason, sometimes you buy some good stuff, some expensive shit, and it doesn't fucking work. Like, what's the point of seeing this, having a stream? You can't see me smoking it. Apologies for everything as well. I have been away for about 3 weeks actually, so I've had sorry, I had COVID, so I've been screwed over a little bit, and but yeah, I'm good. I'm back to normal. Well, pretty much normal. Nearly 100%. We're back to work as well. So I really appreciate you guys coming on the stream as well. Big love to you guys as well. So just smash the likes as well, and hit the subscribe button. I will get the camera rolling for next time as well. So we're just gonna have to do it without the camera anyway. It doesn't really matter. I mean, you don't need to see my ugly ass face. You just need the market out there, and that's what you need, a bit of an understanding of what's going on, and we'll talk about what the market's showing. Now, before I carry on, I did post this out here saying that I'm long on BTC. I am long on BTC. I am long, and in all honesty, I'll explain that in a moment. What I'm gonna do is relate this price action over here that you see to a previous price action there. So we'll talk about that going forward as well. It's an aggressive swing long. It's a bit silly if you ask me, but at the end of the day, my risk is defined, and we will talk about that really soon. So I just want to give a quick shout out to you guys. Mike, how's it going, brother? It's been a long fucking time. Trade with ND, appreciate you guys, man. Let's go. Let's get this going on as well. Yeah, it's been there's been an interesting time with crypto actually since the last 3 weeks since I last been in. I mean, we were at 29k last time, and fucking hell, we are 25. What the hell happened? What can you do? But nevertheless, we'll go through the whole market as it is, and we get cracking going forward and see what's up. Smash the likes, hit the subscribe button if you have subscribed, and let's fucking get this as it is. Let me close this off. Let me get this rolling as it is. All right, so let's go. Let's start with dollar index. I think it's really important that we talk about dollar index first before we go on to anything else with crypto and SPX and all that kind of shit and all the usual stuff. Right now, the last time I was here, right, I was talking about how I wanted this to be the yearly open. So you got that is January's high. That's January's low. We've done the deviation. We've done a deviation. None of the deviation there. Deviates above the mid-range, and we're shooting down. And I was looking for lower prices. And originally, a break back down over here will be enough for me to go down to 100.4 into that green level, and step back down below. We can go lower prices. But instead, it's just like we talked about Johnny. Johnny coming in for the back door, innit? Literally, Johnny slipped in for the back door. You had no idea. And it's popped up into the mid-range, and I really wanted this to actually hold there, looking for this trend line to hold, and the yearly open. This is the yearly open right here in red, to get lower, to go back down into 101.5, but it didn't give us that. The blue box itself is what I call an order block, a bearish order block at the time. So what does it mean by to be an order block? It's the last up candle that sent the market back down. So that's the last up candle there, resistance, pop down, back into the yearly open, lower lows, and now we pushed up, breaking these highs out there. QQ, I'm doing alright, man. How you doing? How you keeping? Everything alright with you guys? Sorry, man. You know what it is? I just got straight into it, man. Fucking just like dive right into the fucking subject. So, apologies for that. If you do want to ask your questions, by all means, go ahead as well. Later on in your video, could you take a look at Perp and explain this pump? I got my toes in it. Okay, have a look at Perp. Do me a favor, Mike. Just remind me at the end. Just remind me, okay? So I don't forget. So, dollar index is looking bullish. I have to agree, regardless of what it is, although I wanted it to be lower, but it's a range band environment. We're coming back to this level here, January's high. That's where I'm looking for price to go, which means do we do a deviation, step back down, play back into the mid back down to low, or do we do something crazy and shoots up higher? I always have to look at the aspect of both sides of the market. If we were to break above it, show me higher highs, higher lows, bullish price action, and then we start looking for these areas as well. Not these areas. Yeah, I'd say that area. That makes sense off this pivot here. And which is kind of mental, but I mean, looking for liquidities, which means it'll be a short on the SPX and a short on Euro, okay? Yo, SK, what's good? I'm doing well, man. I'm doing well. It's just good. I don't know if you can tell by the voice, it's a bit funky. But I ain't gonna let that stop me, man. It's been too long. Since I last been here. So I'm glad to be here, QQ, as well, definitely as well. So Mike was saying he's been taking profits. Good man, good man. I'm glad that you're taking profits in it. Just remember, we haven't got long to the the halving. The halving happens in 8 months, so don't fuck up here. You know, the worst thing you could do is create a FUD in your head and stop you from going any further. We're just around the corner. I mean, like, you know, for those who actually been in the market since 2020, 2021, you'll see how the market works. If you joined in 2021 or mid 2021 or end of 2021 coming into 2022, you didn't see the bull market, so you didn't really get to experience it. So hang in there, man. We're nearly there. We're nearly there. I mean, with the dollar index, I'm short term. It's this area. That's what I'm looking at straight off the bat as well. I mean, even if we're going to the 1 hour, I was telling this to the group as well. Bullish price action. Let me just bring this up there. This is going. So you see this high over here. You got a higher high, a higher low, finds resistance over here, finds support, take out these highs, it's showing me higher highs. So what this is showing me, market is willing to push up higher into this area here. Okay, so that's the fact is as well, which goes into SPX. SPX is going to dump. I kind of wanted a push up in all honesty as a day trade to go into this area here and then do a deviation, step back down. But if that's the case, no problem. This is the quarterly open right over here in green. What I'm looking for, let it do its thing, steps back down below here, bearish price action. I'm happy to go into the mid-range to play into last week's low, and that's what it is, liquidity for liquidity. That's what I'm hunting for, step by step as well. And that's pretty much it. I mean, I'm wrong on SPX. If you reclaim this level here and show me bullish price action all the way up there, then we start looking for this level here and these highs there and possibly this area here. But while we're in this range here, I'm going to respect the range. SPX is going lower, dollar's going higher, euro should be going lower too as well. And let's double check on euro, and euro is fucking shit in the bed, you know. But where we at? We're at support. You know, this is the thing is, so this is all going to build on the idea on why I'm looking for longs on Bitcoin, which is kind of mad. It's mental. You might think like, yo, this guy is on fucking crack. Trust me, I've never taken crack in my life in it. And I don't want to know how it feels like. But we just get this going. It's at yearly support, you know. So when is that yearly support? Oopsie daisy. Yeah. When is that yearly support? Let me show you this. We've gone the daily. See this red line over here? See, yeah, we brought the trend line. I get it. But I'm looking at certain aspects of what's going to happen now, right? Do I want to fade this? Not just yet as well. I mean, all shorts of targets should have been done for those who were shorting at the top. When I was in Mauritius, I was looking to I was starting to short from over here, working our way down to quarterly open, took some shorts there. I didn't write the rest of it down, but never mind, it is what it is. But I can always look how it is on board. If we hold the yearly open, get above this. This is a bullish order block. It's the last down candle, send the market back up, which took out these highs there. So then that end up, you know, this is the lower, higher low. So you higher high, higher low, higher, yeah, higher high, higher low, higher high. That's what I'm looking for as well. So I'm looking for this to hold as invalidation. If it shows me bullishness, once we reclaim and hold above these levels there, I can start looking for longs going into the quarterly open. Well, this is a target 1 and target 2, and then we'll see what happens there, okay? So that's the bullish way. But again, you need to bear in mind, I'm bearish short term on dollar, which means if we get a close and start breaking down from here, then boy, this is going to come back down to these levels here, which is around 1.0462. Fucking, I can't even speak English, man. Taking out this liquidity over here, liquidity, back into a key range low off the weekly. And if I show you the range low, it's just this range, okay? Between this low here to that high over here. That's what it is. Resistance, resistance, deviation, 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 deviation. We are still capped within this range. So we are coming into key support on dollar index. This is some bullishness. But I got sides for the bearishness. Dollar index is coming into key resistance, which is January's high. So let it do its thing, and when it breaks down, then we can step into the market. QQ saying is I'm in BTC short from May low because it didn't break up on close under it. I want to get to that, QQ. I've got a difference of view, so I like to see. I'm going to share you my views in just a moment. Actually, it's going to be next as well. I'm going to share you my views on Bitcoin, and then you can tell me, like individually or whatever, or you guys can have your opinion on what you think as well. I know where I'm wrong. I've got my stop loss there, and I'm quite happy to be wrong if I have to be wrong and play the shorts on the downside. I'm just happy to play this either way. Ibrahim, my brother, good to have you here, man. Respect from the UK here as well, man. It's always good to have some Australian brothers over here. I mean, I know you can't see me, but lighting up a cigarette in it. I just fucking, man, I miss smoking. But anyway, Bitcoin, I want to talk about this, right? So, where's price has gone into, right? So the first things first is working out the range that price is coming in short term, okay? That's what it is. Bear in mind, I'm bearish in dollar. Bullish in dollar, which means Bitcoin can shoot down, which means if dollar goes up, SPX go down. There's a really strong possibility for Bitcoin to go down too. However, I'm going to show you a fractal in just a moment, but we're going to talk about the price action within a Monday's range. That's all I'm going to talk about first, and then we're going to go into the bigger picture there. Fucking hell. Yo, I don't know about you, man, but it's fucking hot in the UK, man. It's just too boiling here. Anyway, so what I've highlighted here, this level here is what we call the monthly open. So that's the monthly open. Let me actually get a 15-minute chart. As a day trade, I'm gonna give you day trades as well, and then I'm gonna give you my view on what I'm looking at as a swing trade. Okay, so it's an aggressive swing trade, and I will show you where you can place your stops for invalidation. Should you wish to, again, nothing's financial advice, but should you wish to actually follow on a possibility on longs, and where's the confirmation is. We'll talk about all that in just a moment. Okay, so. Again, if my man, it's good to have you here as well, man. It's really good to see you guys, man. I see some really familiar faces here. So smash up the likes, everybody, man. Big love to you guys. Really appreciate you all actually being here, man. Generally mean it as well. So where was I? Excuse me, man. Still got the after effects of the cough, man. Fucking hell. But yeah. So we got Monday's range. Monday's high. Monday's low. Support runs the low over here. Deviation runs these lows over here, right? I think it holds the support over here. Holds support, it pushes up into this 1 hour order block. This hourly order block in blue, which is where the mid-range is about. Resistance, 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 resistance. It's still resistance. Which means, if I want to look for longs, I need to flip this blue box. If we flip this blue box, right, resistance become support, right? So if resistance becomes support, then you'll be looking for longs. And what's key about this purple line is the monthly open. So the key thing is below the monthly open is bearish, above the monthly open is bullish. Okay, as long as you got that concept in mind, you should be okay. So you just play along with that. Yes, I'm going against the trending. Yeah, I understand. Before you guys feel like, dang, how the fuck are you gonna go long? Start being a dweeb. You know, and play this as a short. I will play this as a short when I need to play this as a short. When I think it's a short. Right now, I think there's a fractal in place, and I'm going to show that in just a second there. So, what we're looking at is support over here. Monday's lowest hold support, 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 deviation, support over here. If we hold this level here, reclaim this level there, this gives us an opportunity for longs, where to? Into the mid-range. Target 1, target 2. You can do the front running as target 2 over here. And what you can go in validation here. If you want to go aggressive, aggressively, I would say as long as this low holds, you can go aggressive over here with a stop loss there. So if it wicks down over here and then pushes up there, you can go for a stop loss there. Okay, that's your aggressive play. This is invalidation play. You're playing for level to level into the mid range, and should we get above the mid range and flip this level there, you're just focusing one level here to another level here. That's all you're doing. That's the bullish play. That's as simple as that. Keeping it as a day trade within this Monday's range, because you've taken out the Monday's low liquidity over here. There's still liquidity resting here. If it's going to show me a probability of being bullish, that's what's going to happen. Paul Sinclair, good to have you here. MV, walaikum salam, man. Really good to have you here, man. Appreciate you guys so much, man. So now, that's the Bitcoin trade, right? Short and simple. I'm not going to make this long and overcomplicate things. I don't think I'm going to waste. I don't want to waste anyone's time. You know, there's too much things going on in life for us to even waste our time on chatting and stuff like that. You guys came here for the PA. I'm gonna give you the PA, and that's what it is. Now, should it be a short? How would I get on board? What did I say? I use this line over here. So if it goes down over here, right, finds resistance over here, and then comes down below this key low here, which was acting as support, does a deviation. Support becomes resistance, and we start breaking down, making lower lows. This is my confirmation to go for what? Liquidity target 1 over here and liquidity target 2 over here. Any lower, right? Any lower, then we start looking for these bad boys over here. Targets over here, targets over here, and targets over here. So it has to do something like this now for me to even look at the shorts. So let it do its thing, come back down, find resistance of the Monday's low, breaks down, bearish market structure, continuation, target 1, target 2. Well, these two you can put it together, and looking for final targets in this area. That's all I'm looking for, short term. And well, this is what it is. But the thing is, right, that's the shorts there. But if I hide all this, I don't know about you, bruv. Like, this is mad. Like, what I'm seeing is this. I'm gonna show this. This is a long ass motherfucking consolidation. How long is it going to consolidate for? Till fucking 2024? I don't know, man. But I want you to look at this. Consolidation, which is A. You got a pump, which is B. And we're back in consolidation, which is C. A, B, C. So I'm going to write this here. A, consolidation. I'll put console. B is the pump. And C is console again. Right? And I'm writing this and whatnot, and if you guys might think, what the fuck? But there's a reason why. Have we seen a price action similar to this? Now, I'm not good at fractals. I'm gonna come out cleanly and say this. I'm not a type of guy who does fractals. I'm not really pro fractal and whatnot. It's fractals is basically what's happened in history in previously can be related. Brule, how you doing? Good to have you here. There's afternoon to you too as well. Well, it's evening for you in Australia, actually. So I hope you're doing well. Hope you had a good day. So yeah, now I'm not good at fractals, but like I'm just gonna show something, right? Have we seen this kind of price action before? And is there anything that we can relate to this and learn from this, right? Now I want you to pay attention to this low. This low has never been taken. Okay. So this is why, like with fractals, I'm not always gonna be always 100% on it, but I'm gonna show you something. Okay. So this low is gonna be taken. We've got A, consolidation. B is the pump. C is again is consolidation. Whoopsie daisy. Now go to the 4 hours. Where have we seen this before? Do you remember back in November dump, going into December and the beginning of January, we had something like that? Let me show this again. A is consolidation. B is pump. C is consolidation. We have consolidation. That's the A. We have the pump. That's the B. And that's the consolidation. That's the C. Very similar, right? No, bro. Nooms, is that you, brother? How you doing, man? Good to have you here. Yeah. So, I was saying this to the group early on as well. So, and I'm just really iterating it to you guys as well, and just showing you what I'm seeing as fractals and whatnot. Now that is quite it's very, very similar to what we're seeing. This is on the 4 hours, right? And what I showed you was like on the 1 hour 15 on the 1 hour, all right? Let's go on the 1 hour 15 minutes, right? Which is about, you know, on 4 hours. This is a span of like 2-3 months of worth of November, December, a bit of January as well. So you're looking at about 2.5 months worth of consolidation, including a bit of a deviation and whatever. But same thing's happening. Although again, September, I have to admit, with September, it's always been bearish, and I promised myself that that I won't be bullish in September. And I'll play this smartly when it comes to September, and I'll always be bearish as well. But for the first time after so long, since 2018, I'm actually leaning on the bullish side on a fractal, which is freaking dumb. But nevertheless, we'll still do something. Now I want to break this down on the pump and the consolidation. I want to break this down and just show you something as well. Now pay attention to this. We have this pump, which is B. After the pump, we have a low. So we got a pump, then we got a low being formed, and after low we got a stop run. That's a stop run. We have a stop run. Okay, and then after the stop run we have consolidation. Okay, so these are these 4 points I want you to pay attention to. So I'm gonna repeat that again. Delete. Let me remove this. We've got a pump. So we have the pump. We retrace back and we formed a low. That's the low right here. Then after the low we had the stop run. After the stop run we had consolidation. What's important about the stop run is this. When we have the stop run over here, this low, let me draw a line across, held. It held during the consolidation period. Now maybe some of you guys are already thinking, oh, I think I know what he's talking about now, but I'm still gonna break this down. So we have this low to hold. So if I could go back in time, I would have been happy to go for a long with a stop loss here. Back then I was shorting. I accepted price to be bullish, to go out liquidity over here and over here. I accepted that once we took out these highs. So when we flipped 17k, when we did this break over here, this is where I was long. This is where I accepted taking out these highs over here and these highs over here, and then as we know, the pump up. So remember, those are the two highs. So two highs, liquidity, right? So that's the high one and the high two that we took out. Now what I'm going to do is, whoopsie daisy, I'm going to bring up everything. I'm going to delete this. I'm going to leave these notes there, and I'm going to relate it to current price action as we are facing right now. Dubsdorf, how you doing, man? Jeez, it's been a while. Feels like a very long time since I last seen you, man. So let me go into the 15 minutes. Fuck it, it's gone 15. Right? What we got here? So we're talking about the pump. Actually, let's go on the one. So we talked after the pump, right? So let's just bring this up here. And then the two liquidities. Same thing, A, B, and C. Okay, this is the B bit, and then we're going to C. This is B, and we are talking about C, which is consolidation. So what we got here, we got the pump. Then we made a low, which is this is the low right here. That's cool. Then we had a stop run right over here. That's cool. Then we have the consolidation, which means as long as this low holds, we should go for the two high liquidity, which is number one and number two. If we are correct, that's the point. If we are correct, we should be taking out these highs there. What will increase our probability to the upside is a flip of the monthly open. Once we flip the monthly open, then fine. Let's go for the liquidity hunting. Let's go fill out the fair value gap. Like Mike said, history repeats itself. It does that over and over again. Just like the bull run, you know, like we know the halving is going to come in April 2024, and we know there's going to be a consolidation, and we know we're going to make an all-time high, retail's going to come in, the usual stuff, you know what I'm saying? So, it's just the same thing, just breaking down each kind of probability one step at a time. So, Jesus Christ, I'm having this freaking Frappuccino from Starbucks, man, it's so nice. Man, it's Frappuccinos, man. I don't know if you guys have ever had a Frappuccino, but try that stuff, man. I always thought it was a bit like a bit of a sissy move in it. Like, and I'm not being rude or whatever, but I thought it was a bit of a move that makes me feel a bit less masculine in it. But I ain't gonna lie to you, I can have Frappuccinos all day, bro. This is good. This is some lit stuff, man. But anyway, Frappuccino aside, get back to crypto anyway. So now, bring up my levels. What will increase our probability is the flip of the monthly open. So if I remove all this stuff right here, and which comes to the tweet that I showed, if we flip above this hole over here, I'm looking for probabilities to take out these highs over here and then these highs over here. So I've gone long. I might have lost, I ain't gonna lie to you. I might have a slight little loss, but my stop loss is here. My stop loss is here. Where are you completely wrong? You're completely wrong at this low here. Now, the differences which I showed, right, from this, right, this price action is not the same, because when we did this in December, right, December time, we had a stop run and then we had the pump. But this we didn't have a stop run. So is it because the market is that bullish, like, you know, in terms of crypto wise? But we don't know. But I'm going to play this level to level. So if I'm going to play this level to level and I'm going to go in for a stop loss here, because I'm already in already. This is my stop loss here. Flip this level here. I know. Target one as a very simple play within 27k. Why 27k? That's April's high. Sorry, April's low. So if I hold Frappuccino is the best, yeah, 100%, man. Thank you so much for that, QQ. So drink slap, man. Yeah, bro, I'll tell you something. So I'm not the only one then. Paul Sinclair, Trade ND, and QQ and Brule's all with me. I thought I was the only one. I was like, fucking hell, man. I can't believe I actually ordered a Frappuccino. You know, when you have it with cream as well, it's even better. I ain't gonna lie to you. But yeah, fuck it. Let's go back to work. So yeah, so that's your confirmation. Target one, I would say you're going for here. No, let me just bring this back up. Double target one, you're looking, because what you're doing is, like I said, when we flip 17k, this is the high. If we flip this high over here, I have to accept it. Flip this high, which comes into what? 26.150, call it there, in between 200 and I think 100 as well. So 26.150. If we flip this high, if we do something like this, rip above there, you have to accept it. This is going to go higher. At least a target one to fill out this fair value gap right over here. A little bit of fair value gap there. I'm expecting some sort of resistance right here. But if we get back above and hold above this trade, I'll look to take the continuation longs on these highs, liquidity 1 and liquidity 2, and then we'll see what happens next. 28.1k is going to be a key factor. That's a key range SR level. If we flip 28.1k, we're in the good books, because look at 28.1k actually there's resistance right over here. So that's a very key factor for us to reclaim. We can actually smash above that. Boy, we're on. But until then, we're just gonna have to play this level to level, see how this works as a trading suspect, and this will be in validation here. Okay, so I've got in longs. Really, I'm risking a certain percentage of my portfolio, and I'm keeping it as a defined risk, not an all-in risk, and just playing it as it is. That's all it is. That's the bullish play and the bearish play. Hopefully that helps. I'm going to talk about BTC, and that's pretty much it. I don't really want to talk too much about anything else. Fuck it, let's go quickly on ETH. On ETH, let's go. So even with ETH as well, man. Like, let me just hide this. We're finding resistance on the monthly open, so it could be the same thing as well. Invalidation is here right now. If we can hold this level there, flip this mid-range over here, this monthly open as well, the mid-range goes all the way, taking out this liquidity into 1700 marker as well, into this area there. And then we'll see if we can get liquidity over here and liquidity there. That's the same principle. Same fucking principle. It's just looks like quite an easy trade. I mean, with Ethereum as well, quickly, just let me highlight like this. Where we're at. You got Monday's low is here, Monday's high is here. We're just stuck in Monday's range. Okay, lose Monday's range, find resistance over here, and it gets underneath there, bearish market structure. Then we can take the lows. That'll be fine. Same thing on the upside, hold above it here, bullish price action. Like this. Then you take the low. Then you take the longs. So it's entirely up to you how you want to play it. This is the easiest trade I can give you on both sides of the markets, and in between, all you gotta do is ping pong the motherfucker. As simple as that. There's no need for anything else. Don't overcomplicate it. Which means if it comes down to low, let me put the mid range. Mid range comes into about over here, a little bit higher, around over here, but below the mid range, which means any pullback, deviation, step back in. I can take a short back into the range lows, and we find support over here. I'm happy to play the longs all the way to the mid range. Flip this back on the upside, and we play it back up to the range high. And then if it does the same thing over here, down over here, play it back to the mid range, back down to range low. That's all you gotta do. You ping pong the shit out of it, left, right, and center. Before you know it, you made some profit. You don't need to make a billion bucks. You just gotta make some money, profit wise, and keep it respectful to the market itself. There's no need to be aggressive. There's no need to lose the plot and want more. Just be happy with what the market gives you. Remember, put the market in its place before it puts you in yours. Okay? So, Dubsdorf saying it's been a while, man. Just keeping my head down and learning. Good to hear as well, man. I'm doing all right, man. I had a bit of COVID and I came back from Mauritius as well. Screwed me up for 2 months. I lost fucking 6 kilos, bruv. I lost 6 kilos, man. I feel like freaking, I don't know, man. I feel like a kite. I just fly like I'm too light. But a lot of muscle mass as well. I'm slowly getting back into the gym. But that's it. That's the usual shit anyway. But anyway, yeah, that's pretty much it as well for Ethereum. And then, like I said, we flip above the monthly open, take the longs on the upside there. That's all it is. Keep it nice and simple and easy peasy lemon squeezy. I think there was a question there before by Mike, wasn't it? He said Perp. Is that a coin, Perp? What do you mean, like Perp USDP? This one here? Is that what you're referring to? I'm not too sure. I'll wait for Mike to actually give me a response if it was this. Oh, that's the one, bro. This is actually sent. So you're doing quite well over here. Fuck you now. Okay, so all-time high. This is, well, first things first. You're definitely gonna take some profits, all right? So Perp USD. I'm going to use the Binance version, yeah? Cool. Oh, that's better. That's better. Okay, now I've got something. Right, so we definitely got resistance over here. Right, so this is the resistance factor right here. See this level here? This low there. That's your key level. So what you're looking for, if I draw this on actual on trading view, right there, put that as black. Drop it down to the 1 hour, right? What you need to look at is this. This actually, first things first, let's talk about this on the daily, okay? Even it's a daily key level as well, it's quite clear. Which means, right? Yeah, so you're seeing the same thing as well, yeah. So you see how you got that as support over there? All those deviation support pushes up there. Once we lost this, it's a deviation, I think it's resistance, deviation. This is a key SR. Key SR, you got to take major profits here, in my opinion, as well. I mean, you can always get back on board if it shows us, because this is a fast move up, so that's not really naturally smart to actually expect that price is going up, because if that's the case, why we're actually finding resistance here, you know, like it doesn't look that great if you ask me. So what I would say is if you want to narrow it down to like the 1 hour, look at that, even that 1 hour looks like it's turning over. So if I were to actually do a price action point of view as well and say like, yeah, where would I look to exit all my trade if I'm still going to hold on to that trade? I'll probably yeah, I'll use this level here, 90 cents. If we get back below 90 cents, right, let it do its thing, right? This to me is a clear short for a stop loss or wherever the high is, targeting these areas here and then go for lower prices. So that's your clear idea where to cut it off itself. But you can always definitely take profits. This 1 hour doesn't look good in my opinion as well. It looks like it's going to come back down a little bit lower, but should it go back up and show me a continuation of higher highs, then it's always, you can always keep a little bit left over as well before you cut the whole trade, or you can add on the whole position and go back into another trade, flipping support, becoming resistance, honestly speaking, as well. Because it's just like, if you look at let me go back to the 4 hours, and this is really important, but higher highs. Look at this high over here on the 4 hours. See this high? We never made a higher high. We just couldn't even breach it at all. We just kept finding resistance. So it just got fucked over, and that's what happened. So if it shows us higher highs, then you have potential moves. You see, that's the higher high, higher low, or wherever the higher low may be, and it showed me higher highs. This will be your cue to actually get up, because we'll break these highs there. So these are your signs actually how you're gonna get into it, like enter a trade or exit a trade and whatnot as well. Okay, hopefully that helps. Well, yo, Joe, I'm just about to finish, bro. Because I've got nothing else more to say. I've already explained, like, I'm bullish on Bitcoin, weirdly enough, but I'm ready for the shorts if I need to go on shorts, and that's pretty much it, man. So dollar index is coming to key resistance, euros coming to key support, SPX fucked. But we'll see how it goes. Any questions before I head off? Because I think I like this whole stream. You go in, you do your job, 30 minutes, you're off you go. Oh, bro, you're always supporting me, man. You're such a good guy. Thank you so much. QQ, thank you so much for that. Hopefully you've learned something as well. Oh, appreciate that. And like, it's been valuable for you as well. Can I chart RNDR? Rakesh, my brother. Come on. Okay, last one and I want to head off, okay? Euro, bro, this is fucking, what is it? Fucking school. Oh, bloody hell. Euro USD. I'll explain your USD briefly, but I'll touch base on it again. RNDR. Do you know what? If you're enjoying alts and stuff like that, we can do another session. What day is it today? It's fucking Thursday, isn't it? Fucking hell. I was saying that was Thursday as well. We can do another session tomorrow if you want. We can do alts. We can do an alt session if you want. Let me know if you guys are down for that. I'm down for that. We can look into alts, yeah. I'd be down for that. But anyway. Fucking hell, what happened here? So, I'm just going to talk about this now, right? One thing is, right, you got this resistance factor over here, right? So you got resistance, deviation, resistance here. Does it make out these highs? If we shoot above these highs, I'm happy to go for longs going into this area here. Well, has to be into that area. Oops, I need to delete some of this shit over here. For a long break above these highs, I'm happy to go for longs into targeting this low over here, 170 as an easy trade there. I'm going to keep it as a rough scale as well, because I do think this could potentially go lower as well, personally speaking as well. Yeah, I should stream more often. Mike, you know what? You're a good guy. You've always been in as well, and I remember you really well. Same as Paul as well, man. I really appreciate it. B as well, Zevo. I know you guys, man. Joel, you guys have always been there. TCX, Cryptique, Dubsdorf, ND. You know, all you guys have always been like my guys, and I respect you guys as well. And Kenneth as well. If I haven't mentioned you as well, I apologize for that as well. But just a lot of names to go through as well. But that'll be the idea. And then if this is a deviation, we flip this level there, looking for bullish price action there and whatnot. I mean, I know I'm looking at this in the 4 hours. Tomorrow I can actually do this on more of a smaller time frame itself, going into like the fucking 15 minutes and stuff like that, 1 hour and stuff like that, okay? But yeah, we've broken out of these trend lines over here. So it is bearish, you know, like this trend line over here. There's a deviation resistance. This is, I think, a breaker that we couldn't get through anyway. But really and truly, if you were to lose this level there, because this low here is holding support. Support. So if it holds into here, I'm happy to look for longs, level to level into these areas here, because there's a range of it. That was fucking zoom into it, fuck it. Zoom into the 4 hours. Alright, so let's look for a range. Let's go on the daily. I think I'm finding a range at the daily. Okay, I got a range. That's my range over here. Finding out range highs, finding resistance over there. Go to the 1 hour. How do I refrain from that? Right then, this is nice. I like this. Okay, I know where my invalidation is. Invalidation right now is here. This high here. So, if I'm looking for shorts, right, we're at range highs. What I'm looking for is to fill off this fair value gap there. Let it do its thing. Whether we stop these highs, I don't know. Maybe stop these highs and run these highs over here and come back down. Once it comes back down, I'm happy to take the shorts over here. And I can say, yeah, I can go for a stop loss here. Invalidation will be here. Playing it back down as target 1, target 2 into the mid-range. Take at least 50% off the table there. And then play it back to target 3. And then target 4, a range low. That's what it is. That's what it is for RNDR. So I'm looking for bearishness on this one. If we flip this level there, then we can start for higher prices, going into that 170 marker, working a level there, step by step, which will be something like this. So let it do its thing. Flip this high, so it will be, this is the pivot there, hold support, play all the way to get liquidity, looking for this as a target there, and then cutting the whole thing by there itself, right there for RNDR. Okay, that's what I'm looking for as well. Yo, Richard, it's been a while. It's been a fucking long time, brother. Good to have you here, brother. Someone asked me a question: Do I make more money trading BTC in the bull or holding alts? Do you know what, Sono? I by God's blessing, right, I made some good money, okay? I'm not saying I'm rich, I'm this, I'm that, or whatever. That doesn't really fucking matter. I made good money, okay? I made a very blessed money, and the truth is, could I have made more? Because that's the thing is, right? Like, yeah, it's been too long, Richard. Yeah, the thing is that could I have made more? And the answer is yes. There's always ways to make more. There's always ways to do more. You know, it's like, you know, let's say you go to the gym, and today you're bench pressing 40 kilos, 50 kilos, right? You're pushing 50 kilos and you want to push to 60, but you're not, you know, every time you go to the gym, you only do 50, 50, 50, 50. Your body gets adapted to 50. But if you start adding 2.5 kilos on each side, so you add an extra 5 kilos, you're not going to get 10 reps. You probably get 8. So you push yourself more, and then you start realizing, okay, if I want to do better, I need to keep pushing myself past my limits and my boundaries. And what happened was, in 2021, I played it more of as a trader, as in, like, I traded alts, spot bags as well as trading. So I was taking profits at each intervals, you know, like liquidity and whatnot. And when it came to the bull market, it was just rallying up stupidly. So for example, Luna was a coin. I know Luna's bad and whatnot. Am I going to the Singapore for Bybit Summit? Nah, I'm not, man. I'm not traveling anytime soon, you know. I'm staying in the UK for a bit as well, because I've got plans to get out of this fucking country. I'm not gonna lie to you, man. I just want to get out. I've got nothing here. I don't want to be associated with this country no more. But I mean, like, nothing wrong with the country. It's just bad weather. I mean, yeah, September's 27 degrees. It's fucking weird. But I want a new change. I want a fresh breath of air. But anyway, regardless about that. So yeah, going back into crypto. I played as a trader. I was taking profits, and I made some good gains. And Luna, for example, I bought at 30 cents. I was taking profit at $1, $3, $5. By $10, I was out. You know. but he went on to like $90 or $100, yeah, whatever. Like, I know what happened afterwards, but I'm just saying, like, in the bull market, everything goes up, and I wish I held it. And now holding the art of hodl is a different game, because I know some mans out there, some traders out there, like influencers, for example, actually are very pro hodling. You know, Capo is an example, is a pro hodler. Wiz is a pro hodler. You've got who else is a pro hodler? There's other members of the community as well. I'm just thinking on the top of my head, and they're very pro hodler. And there's like stories that Capo's talked about where he was free figures and he's done really, really well for himself. But God bless him. So it's the same situation. Could have made more, could have lost more. Yeah, true. Could have made more, could have lost more. Absolutely. You never know. I mean, the way I'm playing this now is very different. Like I've learned from my mistakes, and I'm improving from my mistakes. And I'll touch base on that on the next stream, actually, when we do an alt session. I'm looking to have 2 accounts. One is just strictly trading leverage, and the other one is strictly hodling positions going into the bull run. And that's what we'll talk about tomorrow. And on that note, we'll leave it as it is. And because I don't want to take too much time of your day, of your beautiful day. Thank you so much for actually attending the show. Big love to you guys. And inshallah, I'll catch you guys tomorrow. I will post out a tweet on the timing itself. It most likely will be probably in the evening, later in the evening, or after Jummah or something. I'm not too sure, but it would have to be after Jummah itself, after Friday prayers. So God bless you guys, and I'll catch you soon. Sano, so what have you learned for this time round in sense? Yeah, like I said, I'll explain it tomorrow. I'll explain it tomorrow. What I'll do, and I did touch base on it as like I've got a hodl bag and I've got a leverage bag as well. 2 different things, and I'm playing it. Hodl is hodl. Leverage is leverage, right? So yeah, it's good to be back, and hopefully we get a lot more content coming out to you guys, and we do a lot more of these streams a bit more regularly instead of once a week, because I think that's quite boring and whatnot, and we can get more out of this journey as a whole together between, you know, us as a team, as a unit, and we push forward and see what is ahead of us in the future. So take care, everybody. God bless you guys. See you tomorrow. Take care, champs.